people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and in today's video we are doing my January 2025 TBR, which is actually insane. Like 2024 went by so fast. I cannot believe we're going into 2025. I am so excited for my January TBR because I feel like this is going to kick off the year. We want to kick off this year on a high note. We want to start the reads off with 5-star reads, 4-star reads, all the good vibes. So I have my TBR prompts here. We are going to pick 10 of them, curate my TBR for the month of January, and hopefully it is an amazing reading month to kick off an amazing reading year. Okay, starting with the first prompt. These are by far my favorite videos to film. They're so much fun, like shopping my shelves. We have a horror novel. We are going to be kicking off the year with spooky vibes. Let me see what I have. For this one, I'm going to be picking The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. This is a book that has been featured in many of my TBR videos, but we are going to be picking this one because now I have access to the audiobook, which makes it a lot more likely that this book will be read because I can listen to it while I'm working. I'm really excited to read this one. This is a female serial killer, and it was giving me Maeve Fly vibes, female American Psycho vibes, and that's what I want. So I think this will be fun. It'll be nice, short, and sweet, and I think it'll be just a really cool read to kick off the new year. Moving on to prompt number 2. Let's see what we get. I'm very excited with my first pick. Let's see what number 2 is going to be. An unread book from Book of the Month. Oh, unread book from Book of the Month. I have so many of these, so let's see what we pick. Okay, for this one, I'm going to be picking Phantasma by Kaylie Smith. I don't remember if I have picked this for a TBR video already, but this is a romantasy novel, and I feel like this is going to be one of those ones that I sit down and just binge read because I really love the premise of it, although I don't know the exact premise, but there's keywords that stuck out to me when people were pitching it that made me want to read it. Romantasy, I think enemies to lovers, deadly games. Even on the front it says the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. I love the vibes of the cover, so I feel like this is going to be one that I'm sit down and binge read. So hopefully I'm right in that prediction because we would love to just do that, binge read a book, love it, rate it 4 or 5 stars. And I think the sequel to this is coming out in 2025, so it'd be great to kick off my year reading this. Moving on to prompt number 3. What is it gonna be? Okay, we have Sci-fi, a sci-fi novel. Okay, I only really have one sci-fi novel, so I guess that's gonna be the one we're picking. I don't own too many sci-fi books, especially on my physical TBR. So I have The Ministry of Time by Kaylin Bradley, which I believe this won the Goodreads Choice Award for like best sci-fi anyway for 2024. So there we go. We're gonna read a Goodreads Choice Award winner. We're gonna read a sci-fi. I think this is like a blend of genres, this book. It's romance, it's spy thriller, it is sci-fi. The sci-fi element comes in the fact where, okay, I did read the first chapter of this book when I got it. So basically these people are refugees from the past, and then they come to like our present day, which is their future, and we're following this girl who kind of like guides them through present day, and I think she falls in love with one of the guys that comes from the past. So that is what I know it to be about, based on the first chapter that I read. So I'm really excited to read it, and plus booktubers that I really enjoy have rated this 5 stars, so I have high hopes for this one. Okay, now we're moving on to prompt number 4. Hopefully, I'm liking it so far, so hopefully we keep the good vibes going. Prompt number 4. Female main character, which is very easy because most of the books I read feature a female main lead, because men are just boring, okay? I only want the books with the female main leads. Let me see what I have. Okay, the book I am picking for this is Bless Your Heart by Lindy Ryan. This is a vampire novel, so I think it is about these women who run a funeral home, and one day one of the ladies from their town comes in because she has passed on, but then she rises from the dead because she's a vampire. The town is now being terrorized by either just her as a vampire or like a whole gaggle of vampires. I don't really know, but this to me is like campy horror, and that is what I'm here for. I do like spooky, scary horror, but I also just like fun, outrageous, campy horror. And this is a book that I am very excited to read, and I also have access to the audiobook, so I feel like it is likely that I will read it. I was trying to think of like the new releases that I want to read and like try to pair that with this TBR so it'll actually be realistic. Prompt number 5, what are we gonna pick? we have a fantasy novel, which is pretty much a free pick because I have so much fantasy on my physical TBR right now, so let me look around and let me see what's giving me good vibes. Okay, the book I am picking for this one is Quicksilver by Kelly Hart. This book is just calling out to me. This is my most recent purchase. I have no idea what it's about. I bought it simply based on the fact that everybody is talking about it. I want to be part of it. I'm having FOMO. Plus this cover is like emo but also baby girl coated with the butterflies, kind of obsessed. I don't know why this book is just calling to me. Like, I have no idea what it's about, but it's been calling my name ever since it came home. It's like, read me, forget about your Christmas books in December, forget about your December TBR, just read me. So we are gonna read this one in January because I'm actually gonna go on vacation and this is the book I'm bringing with me. Moving on to prompt number 6, what I'm gonna get. It says bought because of the hype. Oh my god, that is pretty much everything. I buy everything because of the hype because I have FOMO. Let me see which one is really calling my name right now and which one is realistic with everything I'm going to be reading. For this one, we have another Romantasy novel, but this one is kind of on the shorter end, it looks like, compared to some of my other Romantasy books. So I think this one, you know, it'll fit into January. And that is Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. No idea what this is about. I simply bought it based on the hype. I honestly cannot tell you anything, but I can tell you the sequel Glow of the Everflame has already released because I think this was indie published. Now they're trying to like catch up on the traditional publishing for like the next book in the series to come out. And yeah, I bought it based on the hype. I have no idea. It says, you think I fear my own death, he whispered in my ear. Every day I draw a breath is as much of a... I can't read. Every day I draw my breath is as much a curse as a gift. Megan, just slow down, you're talking and you'll be able to read. If you're the way my fate finally catches up to me, I can't fathom a more beautiful end. I have never read that till just this moment. Sounds cute, sounds fun, sounds spicy. This will be the one. And you know what I mean? It's a shorter fantasy novel, right? Like if I'm reading this, like this one's like objectively shorter, I think we could fit it into the same month. Okay, prompt number 7. We have not real setting, which means a fictional setting, which means not actually in this world, which really means another fantasy novel. But that's not entirely true because romance novels can take place in cute, cozy, small towns. So let me see what we have. Okay, everyone might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm actually going to be putting a Christmas book in January, and that is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore, mainly because I don't think I'm going to fit this into December. I have binged so many Christmas books, like I'm kind of over it at the moment, but also I need to read this book before The Strawberry Pancake House, I think that's what it's called, comes out in March. So you know what I mean, like it's gonna have to fit after Christmas. I'm not gonna force myself to read it, but I also need to read it before the other release comes out. So we're moving this to my January TBR. I don't care, you know what, let's get the cute cozy Christmas vibes and we'll just push them back a little bit. Okay, I'm not ready to let go of Christmas. I feel like I came and went too fast anyways. So this is the not real fictional setting of Dream Harbor, Maine. I don't know where Dream Harbor is. I think it's in Maine or it's in Michigan. I think it starts with an M. I'm really excited to get back with these characters and all the cozy vibes of Dream Harbor. Moving on to prompt number 8, we have 3 more to pick. Let's see. Bought Without Influence, a book I bought without influence. That is a rare occurrence. What book did I buy completely on my own without someone telling me it's popular? This was a recent purchase and something I did not buy with influence, and if I was going the influential route when buying this book, I probably would have put it back because as soon as I added it to my Goodreads shelf, it had a really low rating. But you know what? I was intrigued in the thrift store, so it came home with me, and that is The Resort by Sarah Oakes, and this looks like a festival on the beach. I didn't realize there were a bunch of people there. When I was showing this in my haul, I was kind of reading some of the blurbs on here, and it's like, it says, welcome to paradise. We hope you survive your stay. There are 3 rules to follow during a vacation at the famous Koh Sung Resort. 1, leave the past behind. 2, always be careful who you trust. And 3, if someone discovers who you really are, run. It's a vacation to kill for. I'm obsessed. I don't know why I'm doing voices, but like I'm obsessed. I said it in my haul video when I had this. Really what drew me to this book is just slap a pink sunset on any book cover, specifically a mystery thriller, and it will come home with me because they're so stunning and I love having them on my shelf. So we have The Resort by Sarah Oakes. I bought this without influence and I will be reading it in January. Moving on to prompt number 9. What do we have? Small town. Small town vibes is what we're going for. Oh my god, I picked my dream Harper book already. I already picked my small town book. But let's see if I have other small town books on the shelves. Okay, it took me a minute, but I finally found my small town book on my shelves. We already had like a Christmas vibes book, and now we're about to have a fall vibes book. We have In the Company of Witches by Aruli Wallace. It takes place in the sleepy New England town of Evanfall. So this is about witches who run not an Airbnb, but a B&B, a bed and breakfast, and somebody dies there, and it is an investigation, an amateur magical investigation, if I say so myself. And I'm very excited to read it. I heard this is like Sabrina the Teenage Witch meets like mystery meets bed and breakfast. Cozy small town vibes. So there we go. We have In the Company of Witches. I'm obsessed with this cover. I think it's so, so cute, and I'm very excited to read this one. We are finally on prompt number 10. I feel like this video went by so fast. Let's go to prompt number 10. Hopefully we end it on a high. I'm loving the books I have picked so far, and that is start a new series. Start a new series. Oh my gosh, I have already started plenty of series in this haul already. This stack of books already. But there's one book over there. It's eyeing me. It's eyeing me. It was on my December TBR. I did not read it. Based on how many books I have on this TBR, I'm not saying it's super realistic I read it in January, but like let's give myself the option to read it, and that is, I keep talking, I don't even have it in my hands. And that is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. As soon as I picked this up, I looked over here and I realized I actually have a lot of series over here that I need to start because I have another stack of books right here. But you know, we're gonna go with my original intention, which was When the Moon Hatched. You know, it was in my December TBR. Now it's in my January TBR. Hopefully this doesn't turn into an embarrassing thing for me and it ends up in my February TBR. I'm just trying to keep things realistic, okay, as to like looking at how many things I have to read, thickness, how many pages, how busy am I gonna be. But this one is so, so popular, and the new release is coming out sometime in 2025, so I definitely need to read it at some point this year, so why not in January? I have lots of Romantasy on my TBR for this month, and I am so excited because I love Romantasy, and I feel like December for me was all about like cozy romance Christmas books, so I'm excited to get into like the dramatic, I would die for you, oh my god, I'm so protective and the world is ending type of Romantasy romance, okay? Romantasy romance, that was a bit redundant, but I'm very excited to get into the dramatics of Romantasy again. Here is one last look at my January TBR. So many great books on this. I am so, so excited for the month of January to come, to get back into, well, not get back into reading, but to like exit my Christmas reading, welcome back to a bunch of different genres. And that is it for my January TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
It was a long time from where we started, day to day. I had these feelings all inside.